Alright, what's up, everybody? Good afternoon. I hope you're having a good Thursday. It's Thursday. Yeah, yeah. It's a hot day in Osaka, so yeah. Alright. Today I wanted us to look at something, but let me just try to check my internet connection on my phone, trying to see how things moving. Okay, it seems the network connection is okay. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about Findeco building. I think I did this. I think I did this design some time back. Not really not a very long time ago. I think it's just a few months ago. Let me see if I can try to pull up some images that I rendered out. Just a minute. Um, so I'm using a second monitor, so you won't be able to see it. Okay, what's that file? Okay, found it. Okay, let me just bring this up on my other monitor so that you can see this. Okay, I think you can be able to see this. Yeah. So this was a clay, not clay, it's clay, clay render that they did with the building that was before. Then I have a close up. This was a close up of the top part. Then what's wrong with the other images? Uh, yeah. So this one was rendered out. This one was a noisy one, as you can see. There was noise around here and so on. This is a close up, and this is another close up. Okay, and this one, which is the one on my screen right now. This one. Okay, so this is just viewport rendering. This is Cinema 4DR29, and I'm using this one because I have got Redshift 2.6. That's why I'm using um, this version. Yeah, but you can do this with any other versions. You can achieve these results in Anode. You can achieve them in any software. Yeah. So basically, this is the building. I think the building is it's lagging right now because I think I used a lot of geometry on this model. Yeah, I didn't want to fake the textures. Like you just put in an image with some glass panels in it, and then get away with it. Like you're just cheating. That's the beauty. I wanted it to be full geometry. I wanted it to be real geometry, like yeah, just like this. If something is selected there, that's why it's like this. Yeah, I wanted it to be like this. I wanted this geometry to be visible. This is what I wanted. Okay, so what was the first thing I did? Always, 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 when you're doing your modeling is modeling. Why am I mixing up my R's and L's today? Okay, when you're doing your modeling, the first thing that you need to do, even professionals do this, is get reference. Yeah, so I got whatever I could find on Google. Yeah, just Googled and found several images, several images of Findeco building, and I just use these for my reference to see. So like for my close-up shots, like those close-up shots, I need this view. you know, so that you can see the details that are up there, you know. And yeah, even for something like this wasn't clear though. I think I had a clear one. Do I have a clear one? Something like, do you have any clear images? I think it's also some that I took myself. Yeah, I took them. I think that was last year. It should be last year of Findeco building on my small DSLR. So let me see if I can try to pull up one. Those are real high quality, so I've got no doubt about it. Let me just try to pull up one on my from my other monitor, and then we can see. So reference is very important because it helps you come up with a form. So when you're doing general modeling, it really helps out in you blocking out your idea. You know, makes you it enables you to get the things right. Why can't I pull up that image? Can't see Findeco here. Can't see it. What did I do to that image? Okay, I found it. Let me just drop it in there. Yeah, so this is one of the shots I took of Findeco building. This is high quality. It's extreme high quality, as you can see. Yeah, so you can even see this is too much zoomed in. You can even see the design of these panels, the way they are, you know. So the first thing that I had to do in modeling this building was to come up with these panels. So let me just sort out the panels so that we can see what we have. Yeah, so I had this square frame of panels. See, this is the first thing that I did. Okay, so I think I created this small block on its own. Let me try to see if I can try to model that for you so that you see what I did. It was just simple basic modeling stuff. Very basic modeling stuff. So let me just grab in a cube. Okay, I'll drag it to somewhere over there. And then push in my camera. So like in this case, I'm not going to use real world scale because I'm not going to use this in any other production pipeline, whether be TV or whatever. I'm not going to use it. It's mine, so that's okay. So I think this cube is about 2 meters by 2 meters in actual size. Okay, so just squash it like that. Squash it a little bit. Then we have got this rectangle. Yeah. So if you want, you can go in and destructively and bring in a modifier like modifies that like a bevel modifier and so on. That is non-destructive, but most of the times I like working destructively, so I just make this editable by clicking C. Then I had total control of my model. Okay, then the next thing that I did was just to insert, bring in an insert just like that, and then I had to pull this out like this. I had to pull this out, something like this. Okay, then we already had this shape there. Okay, then all I did from there was just to add some bevels to everything. Let me see, let me just look at is this so slow? Okay, let me just look at this. What was there? Yeah, it was just bevels. These were just bevels, just to create that rounding so that it doesn't look all sharp, you know, because these bevels are what's going to help the highlights, the reflections, the shadows, or just to help in the realism of this thing. Yeah. So let's just go grab my edges. Okay. Grab all my edges. Then I'll bevel this. I like to use the modeling mode at times. It's much simple for me to just click. I've not mastered some shortcuts, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so I just had to bevel this. Okay, bevel these edges so they can create that rounding there. So like these lines were just too many. This was what was going to make my polygon or my modeling heavy. Okay, so I reduced these subdivisions to about I think about one subdivision. I think so. I used about one subdivision, and I closed this. So let me just take off these lines, and then with something like this. Cinema 4D, we have like this edge separation. I think it's something to do with I don't know what's this word. Fongs. Should be fongs. So 4D, then this angle limit, then this edge break. Yeah, I think if you turn off your angle limit, it gets rid of those jagged stuff, and then you're just going to have this pure rounded shape over there. Okay, so from here you just have to create okay, what did I do? Okay, from here you just have to create one panel going up. So this panel that I made, okay, this is something that was going to hide. If you look at the building, this is what hides the what do you call this? The slab in between the floors. Okay, so this panel over here is hiding the slabs, and then you've got the windows over there. So I had to create this what's this column over here. I just created one column and then had to clone it out. Okay, so I just grabbed another cube. Where's my cube? I think this project is heavy. Let me just create a new one. Projects. Okay, let me just create a new project. Okay, this will be faster. Okay, let me just repeat the same steps. Just squash this. Okay, make it editable. Insert and move this out like so. Then grab my line 2 and select all the lines, then bevel them like so. That should be okay. And let me also go back to my model mode, then I go to my fonts down here, then turn off angle limit. Then you have such kind of rounding, then from here you bring in another cube, then you scale it so. And if you want, you can change the views. You can change the views, go to your top mode, and then you make it a proper scale, and just do that, something like that. Then go to whichever view. I think even this view can work. So now you want to make the height. It's more like the height. If you look at the reference, where's PureF? Okay, so you're now trying to make the height of from that bottom to somewhere over there. Okay, so you are accounting for the slab and for the grass panel. Yeah, that's okay. So these are just fictional adjustments. Okay, like I said in the beginning, this is not in real world scale in any way, so don't mind what I'm using. Okay, so this looks okay. This looks okay, something like so. Then we can just add a little bit detail to this this column as well. We can just round it off because it is just too sharp at this moment. So if I'm too fast, you can let me know. I'm just trying to be as fast as possible so we don't waste so much time. Okay, so I made this editable. Then I had to select all the edges and give them a little bit of rounding. Okay, so I'll add one segment to it as well. Okay, and go back to my object, turn off my angle limit. Okay, so this I think this is pretty much beginner stuff. Okay, it's pretty much beginner stuff. But if you're completely new to like Cinema 4D or just 3D modeling, it may sound like some gibberish language, so to say. Okay, so we group these two objects together. That's what Alt G is it? Yes, Alt G, and then we can call this panel 1. Let's call this panel 1. Okay, so we now have a group. So what we can do to this group is just multiply it across, just like they are. We're now going to multiply it across. So let me just count this. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. Okay, this is that 20. So we can multiply this by 20. Okay, so we're going to introduce a clone too. Let me bring up my line so that you can be able to see this. Okay, we're going to bring up our clone. I think that is under MoGraph cloner. Then I'll bring this into my cloner, and then you can already see that my cloner is already acting, but I want it to acting the other way. Okay, so this is what we'll do. Cloner is cloner, and let me change my I'll change my p value. Let me say this to 0, and then it should be my z. Yeah, it's my z. So I'll try to make sure that these perfectly aligned. So I'll go to my my right view, then I'll try to make it align like so. Yeah, just made it align like so, and then we can just multiply this by 20. So what was that? Count was 20, so just move this by 20. Okay, and then we have those panels already. Wow, that was 200 by 20. Okay, so we already have these panels. Okay, so let's assume that Findeco is 20 by 20. You know, time is moving, so having to start counting these panels, like these vertical ones. Okay, so let's assume that it says 20 by, this is 20 by 30. Let's put this as 30. Okay, but you can calculate them, you can count them. Like for me, I had to count everything here. I have to count everything and then create my model from there. So we can add another cloner on top of this clone. So MoGraph cloner, then we drag this cloner into the new cloner. Okay, and then we move this new clone to we'll move these new clones so that they can be of equal space thing in between. Yeah, so let me see, where's that one? It's this one over here. So we have got our y as 500 millimeters, which is, yeah, which is okay. So I just had to move this. Okay, just have to move this until it perfectly aligns. Let me bring this in. Let me just bring this in, and and I'll bring this to like so. Yeah, then since we said it's going to be like 20 by 30, so we just increase this by 30. Let's increase this to like 30. Yeah, so we already have those panels. Okay, so we have this ish. I wrote 300. Is it? No, it's 30. No, it's 30, but they look too many. So I may bring them down to 20. I think 20 by 20 should be okay. 20 by 20 should be okay. So if I go back to my initial project, yeah. So if I go back, this is my initial project. So this was the basic idea. So all I had to do was now duplicate. Let me go back to my new one. So all I had to do was to duplicate this clone, okay, by holding control. Okay, this is Cinema 4D, holding control, and then I made a copy of it. Okay, then I had to rotate it 90 degrees. Let me, yeah, should be 90. Yeah, 90 degrees to like so. And then I just had to move this. Just had to move this to the right position as well. Okay, let me just move my axis. Why am I not moving my axis now? I need to move my axis. I'm moving my whole thing. Why am I not moving my axis? That's number 4D. What's going on? Is this my axis too? Yeah, it's the one. Why am I not moving my axis? I don't know why I'm not moving it. Okay, but that's something else. Okay, so I just had to properly align it, just properly align that one. And yeah, that is the basic idea, and then you now have what two clone patterns there. Okay, then highlight these two again, then you can clone these. Oh, so already there is too much geometry, like these bevels that I used, I think they are just too many, so it's causing all this slowness to my PC. Yeah, so I think let me try to clone this. Okay, let me turn this axis off. That was the problem. So clone this out as well. Then after cloning, let me try to rotate this. Let me try to find the suitable rotational axis. Let me see. Yeah, something like this. We'll rotate it to 180. Should be okay. 180. That's okay. Then we can go to our top view. Go to our top view. Where is it? I've lost it. Oh, it's here. It's here. So this is my top view. So I can select. I think I need to group these things. So let me group the first one, Alt G. Then you can also group the second one, Alt G. Okay, you can rename them, but for me it's okay. So I'll just move this one, just move it to almost the perfect position. Okay. So with this one, you see the difference. This one at the ending has got no column, but this one at the start has got a column. So this one can be pushed, can be put just right here, so that we can have a column at the end there. Okay, so start to push this to somewhere like so. So this is not so accurate, but a little bit accurate in my actual modeling. Okay, so we've got that, and we've got that. So it's already so closed up now. think it's already closed out. Let's go to my 3D mode. Yeah, so super. So we have let me disable ish. What's going on? Yeah, so you see, I think let me change the color. Probably you are not able to see. Let me add some paint to this. Maybe you're not able to see. Just select everything, add some materials with my menu material manager, and okay, PBR, that's okay. Material, and I'll apply it there. Let me change, let me bring it to dark, okay, let me just use the default color, or let me just use the reflectance color. Let me choose black. Black should be okay. Yeah, something like this. Maybe should be visible to you, but the lines won't be visible, I think. Let me turn it to a little bit of blue. I think blue should do. What's going on with me? Okay, let me try this. Okay, I think this may be visible for your eyes. Okay, not bad. Yeah, so this is just the general. This is the general wireframe. We came up with that. Okay, so to make the actual building with the glass, 3D is about cheating, so we just brought in a cube. Let me go to my top view. Where is my cube? Okay, it's over there. Just bring it to somewhere in the center. I wish I had started from the center, but it's okay. Okay, so we just had to expand this. Why is it not expanding? Okay, so I have to expand this. Okay, let me bring this back like so. Expand this. This is okay. Then we will expand this like so as well. Yeah, this is not so accurate, but that's okay. It's a demonstration, so it's okay. Then I have to push it a little bit. So just want you to get a feel of what's going on. If you're a 3D artist and want to create recreate the Findeco building, yeah, surely you can do so. Just giving you an idea, because you won't find tutorial about this on YouTube or whatever. Yeah, actually I think I will upload this video on YouTube just for the sake of, yeah. So let me bring up my height of the cube. Let me change the height of the cube. Let's give it like 50,000. That's still too small. Let me just increase this. And then I'll bring it in like so. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we are now getting there. So if we take a look at our reference, it's almost 30 minutes already. Take a look at our reference. We have got this top part over here, and then the building goes in. The building goes in, then it comes out, then it forms all these shapes and so on. Okay, so now that is the dirty stuff. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, we'll make this editable. And okay, let's grab the top one, then we'll bring it down like like so. Then we're going to add the loop cut, I think somewhere there. Just go make a cut. Okay, let's add the cut. ML, make a cut, or make a cut to somewhere like so, and then we will yeah, that's okay, that's okay. There's so many ways that you can do this. Then I will select this whole panel, and then I will extrude them out, you know, along their normals. Extrude them along their normals, like so. So I think we're already missing. I think it was because of the yeah. Okay, I see where the problem is. I see where the problem is. This panel went off grid. This one over here. Okay, let me go to my model mode. It's this panel. So let's go to my top view. Let me see which one is missing. Yeah, I think it's this one. It's this one. So I'll push it in place. So, okay, go back to my 3D mode. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so we're creating this part. Let's now take it in and extrude everything. Yeah, actually I never planned to do this. I just wanted to show you from what I already had, but I figured this could be fun. After all. So yeah, so now since we already have a panel here from this model, we can just create an inset. Okay, let's just create an inset of this thing, or the same one. We can just scale it. Okay, we can just scale it like so. And let me just look at the reference what we have. Okay, and what do we have? What did I do here? Okay, so it goes in and then it comes out like so. Okay, so let's go back to see 4D. So it's here. So we can extrude this out like so. Okay, then we can extrude it again, and then we can scale this. Yeah, now something like that. Okay, something like that, and yeah, something like that should be okay. Then how many? Let me see. I'm trying to see how many extrusions am I going to make. So I'm going to make this one. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to make 4 before the final one. Okay, so let's go back to C4D, and let's go back to my move 2. I'm going to extrude 1. Okay, then we're going to extrude 2. Okay, so don't mind the size. Okay, don't mind the size at this point. I'm going to extrude 3, then I'm going to extrude 4, then I will extrude another one, just a little, then I'll extrude another one. Okay, then I will make this bigger like so. Let's see what we have in our reference. It's not too flat, it's just a bit, just a little bit. I think I overdid it a little, so just a little bit, just like so, something like so. Something like so, it should be okay. Then this part, this is the glass panel part, you know, so we can extrude this inner, you know. So we'll grab the loop, and then we'll grab another loop, this one on top here. Let me just grab my loop too, and yeah, then let me extrude this inner, okay, along the normals, this along the normals, yeah. Then we have got that kind of indentation there. Like, let me add some material to this. Add some materials, material manager, create a new material. Then I just want to give it something like black color. No, something black. This is too dark. There's no reflection going on there. What am I doing? Okay, the white one was just okay. That was the color of the reflection, I think. The color of the reflection. Then I'll just assign it to the selection. Okay. Yeah, so we have that. Okay, so to make the illusion of the glass now, around there, this is what we do. Let's look at our reference. Okay, our reference does the same thing. We've got this part, then it makes an angle, and it goes out. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll extrude it out. Okay, let's go back to our C4D. I think this is just too much. The protrusion is just too much. So we'll go to our lines. So already my model is heavy. The geometry is just too much. So yeah, I'm sure you are noticing some lagginess and the like. So it's heavy. Okay, so let's grab that, then I'll push this to like so. Push this further. It should be like somewhere there. So just eyeballing this thing. So I'll add the loop cut. Let's add the loop cut to somewhere there. Okay, then get back to my face mode. And have a loop selection. Then we can extrude this along the normals. Extrude this out, something like this. Not too big, something like that. Should be okay. And okay, we already have the shape of that. And okay, let's go to the bottom face. This one. Let's see what was going on here. So this is why reference is important. We're seeing what's happening. Okay, let's see what's happening. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, so it's like there's a little bit of slant, just a little bit of slant, and then there's this part. Okay, so we can do that as well. So we'll select this polygon at the bottom, then we'll scale this. We'll scale this to like so. Okay, to like so. That should be okay. Then we'll push it out just a little bit, just create that slant, just a bit, just a little bit, just like that. No, let's push it a little bit. I think this is too much again. Just a little bit, yeah, just like that, and then we extrude this. On the other hand, I think this is quite big. It was supposed to go in much further, so we can just scale this. We can scale this a little bit more further, just like that, and we can extrude this out like so. So already we have the base. Yeah, so this is basically how I got this model here. Where is my model? I've lost it. Oh, it's here. Let me just turn off my solo mode. Yeah, so that's how I basically got this building. That's how I got the basic shape. Then these were just cubes. These were just cubes. These holders. These were just cubes. Let me hit render with red shift. This is a viewport view. Yeah. Okay. So these were just cubes that I was messing up with the geometry. I think I'll try to show you. So whatever I did here, just grabbed them, brought them up there, made the spacing a little bit better, and made them a little bit smaller, and created these panels just like the way I was creating these panels. Just created these panels around, then made a separation of glasses from this actual model. So this is what I did. I didn't want to mess with the actual building, so I messed with I created separate geometry from this building. So what I did was okay, so I selected, let me turn off these panels. Yeah, so I select these panels. I wanted to make this independent, so I split, made a split, and then I cut this glass. Then I deleted the ones that I selected from the model. Deleted this from the model, just remained with the actual glass. Okay, then from this glass, all I did was add which one is this now? Did I create a separate object? Oh, I think I deleted the same thing. Okay, my wrong, sorry. Where was I? Okay, it was here. Let me just try to move this. Okay, it's still connected. Okay, still connected. So I said I separated this. Became, oh, okay, I see. It already created. I think it's this one. Let me turn off this one. So this is the building. This glass one. I think this is one that I made. So let me just delete this one. Okay, so glass one. I think glass one can go on top. Then glass. This is the one that I was supposed to delete. Yeah. Deleted that. Then I just remained with these two separate ones, just like that. Then I applied the same material. Where's glass? Glass one. Why texture? I don't know why it's not texture tag. Blah, blah. Okay. I think let me bring up my material manager. Shift F2. Okay. Let's just grab this material, drag it there. Yeah, it has worked. Then bring up my okay, so just there. So those now created an illusion of glass, gave that illusion of glass. Yeah, that's the basic. That is the basic thing. That is everything that I did. It was just a very simple modeling exercise. There was nothing complex about it. Yeah, I think for these caved things, not caved, these things, all I did was simple. Let me just show you. Before I end this live stream. All I did was simple. I just brought in a cube. Okay, brought in a cube. Let me go to my right view. My right view. Where is the building? Okay. Okay. So I need to simple. Brought in a cube like so. Then I made it editable. Made it editable like so. Then editable. Then I had my points. Just had to start playing around with the cube now. This is now pure manipulation, you know. Okay, what have I done? Yeah, like so. Then select these, bring in like so, and like so. That is okay. Then let's look at our reference, or just the image. So if you look at the image, this part is quite thick, then it goes in like that. Okay, so comes there. So we can bring this point up like so. I think that's a little bit too much, and then we can bring this one down like so. Okay, so we already have something there. And what else? Okay, so we need this thing, need this. So what do we do? Okay, it was an interesting one. I think I added the loop cut somewhere. Should be. Let me try. I think I added the loop cut somewhere over there. Then I had some points there, and I'm not sure if I extruded this, but I think I extruded this. Okay, let me go to my 3D view. Okay, 3D view. Then I'll extrude the polygon on top so that we can have more things to work with. What's going on? My mouse is stuck. There's too much geometry. How do I frame all? I've forgotten how I used to frame all. Okay, let me just change my perspective. And then go to another view and go back to my perspective. That should fix things for me. Yeah, so I just had to extrude this. Okay, something like that. Let's go back to our right view. I think we can work with this. This is okay. So just bring up our points and select our points, then play around with the points. Bring this to like so, to like so, and I also select these points here. Select these points, play with them a little bit, and what else? What else? Okay, let's see. Okay, there was this turn there, so we just had to make another loop cut again. So in L, just make something like that. Okay, and select these points, move them down a little, just like that, and bring them in. Now we have got an issue over here. Okay, let's see what we can do about it. Okay, it was a corner. There's a corner there. So all right, I see what we can do. We can just snap this. So we're just going to create some end guns, I think. Yeah, we'll just snap these points to there. We'll weld them together. Okay, so I think let me change my, okay, it's okay, it's okay. We'll do it manually. Okay, so I'm just eyeballing this. Okay, something like so. like so. Then I also want this one to be straight here, so this is what I didn't plan for this, so yeah. Yeah, I think let me keep it there. Let me just slide this point. Yeah, I think let me just slide this one. Yeah, let me just slide it like so. Okay, so we have something like that. We'll put something like this. The other pointing slide. Okay, let me just slide the. Let me slide the line. I think. What? I can't slide it. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so all we need to do is scale this, and bring it into place, and just move it to wherever you want it to be, like that. I think this is to scale it again, so we can scale it to something like that. And I didn't bevel this, okay, so you need to bevel it so that it can catch the shadows and the highlights. Okay, yeah, so this is what it did. So just copied these, duplicate them around, and then brought them up here, did the same to them, just made some minor adjustments. For the top part, didn't want to waste much time with the modeling. I just used some booleans. Okay, just added some booleans. We just brought in like a cube. I like booleans a lot. Been using booleans for some time in Blender, so it's somehow good used with the workflow. The people use hate booleans because of the n-gons. Yeah, the giant n-gons. But when you're doing hard surface modeling, it's a must. You know, it's a must. Booleans are always there, so you just had to get used to them. Okay, so okay, so just had to create something like so. It's still big, so created something like this. Ish. My scene is heavy. It's got a lot of geometry because I think because of the panels that I made. Yeah, so I had this, then I introduced the boolean modifier, then I dropped this into the boolean modifier, and then this new cutter. Let me call this cutter object. Okay, because what's going to cut the glass into the boolean, then I'll put it under the glass, and then yeah, we had that already. You can see we have some n-gon. What's an n-gon? Let's see, 1 2 3 4. No, it's just okay. This was just okay. Okay, this was just okay for polygons. Those were like quads, you know. So this is just okay. I think this 1 2 3 4 sides, 1 2 3 4 sides, 1 2 3 4 sides. So this is okay. This was okay, you know. So I just did this, then made another one there, and yeah. Oof. So that's basically it. Yeah, so we can just do some adjustments.